Hello. Yesterday I went to the Hell House ticket at the Christian Worship Center, which is in Alexandria, Louisiana. Just wanna share a few thoughts about it. Um, First of all, we went with a friend of mine, hoping to just talk to people, passing some checks out, but and we had one good conversation, just a couple of gals, but one of the staff members came in to us and take us aside and like, oh, what are you doing? And we're gonna be ministering. Don't worry about it. Pretty much trying to stop us from proclaiming the gospel. And like, he just told us to go to the VIP line. Since like, okay, you wanted to see it, but it was kind of like, okay, whatever. So we went to this Hell House thing, and there's a couple of concerns. Number one, God is the one who controls hell. God is the one who destroys body and soul in hell, not Satan. That's number one. Number two, if you're a Christian, how much money would I have to pay you in order for you to act as you are a rapist or being raped or committing abortion or what's some being an active shooter or doing a with some Ouija board or it's name of like do some stuff with a Ouija board and call Satan your Lord. It's blasphemous. So there's a couple other things afterwards, like after this couple of scenarios, you know, being like in hell and there's no God. It's like no, God is the one who throws people in hell. That's like my biggest concern. Number two, how gospel portrays it. Okay, Christ being crucified and right after hell scene and what's the name, and Christ being crucified and it's Father forgive them for what they not for they don't know what they're doing. Then right afterwards, um, we led to some pastor. I think his name is well, Pastor Aaron and I mean Aaron and Irene, Aaron and Irene Hanks. I guess the charge of this event, and the gospel is like, okay, close your eyes, say a sinner's prayer, and once to say, oh, okay, it's if you have more questions, there's a counselors in the back. And you're like, all right. Um, it's it said that people who claim to be Christians, because they are Christians, but of course, ultimately, God's judgment seat, Christ will separate goats, which is the false converts, and the sheep, which is true believers. Um, just want to make a video about because it said that the Christians trying to bring the world into the church instead of go into the world, make disciples of all nations. Like you go into the nations, you preach the gospels outside of the church. Church meetings supposed to be for edifying Christians, people who claim to be Christians. But I mean, of course, you can use a facility, but at the same time, um, Paul did not hire actors to, um, you know, depict the crucifixion or hell or anything else. He proclaimed proclaimed the gospel by preaching of the gospel, which is foolishness and a stumbling block. So instead of trying to innovate ways to evangelize, just stick what be imitators of Paul and of Christ. Preach the word of God. That's the main concern. Thank you.